Hello. Welcome everybody to the beginning of our journey through Jinjer. Jinjer's album King of Everything. I'm RageCage20. You may or may not know that. I do not know. But we are here. And I wanted to go through this album, as I mentioned, in a different album, but you may not have seen that album. Because this is the album that Pisces is on. The only song that I know of Jinjer. So I figured it'd be good to go through this. Now, yes, a lot of people have mentioned that live is the way to go for Jinjer. And I'm sure you're right. I wanted to hear her studio work first. At the end of this album, I will do some live songs. So don't worry. I will be listening to her live. For sure. But we are going to go through the studio album first. I remember the reason I listened to Jinjer in the first place is because I started seeing just reaction videos of Jinjer Pisces fucking everywhere. I didn't watch any of them, but it was specifically this live session fucking everybody has watched, and so I watched it myself. No reaction, just I was listening to it, and I was just like, okay, so there has to be a reason why everyone's doing this song. And when everything started getting kind of soft and kind of drawn out, there's no singing happening, I was just like, first off, judging by the way she looks, that helped too. With big old gauges, black fucking everywhere. I was listening to it, and before it even happened, not knowing anything about the song, and I was very proud of this, just looking at her, knowing the fact that everyone watches this, there has to be some kind of catch hook to it or whatnot. I was just like, she's gonna start screaming, isn't she? Everything's building up, everything quieted down, something's about to explode. Whether it's the instruments or her, something's about to happen. And then she started screaming. I was like, yeah, that's it. That, because it catches everybody off guard. It's like a huge drop and whatnot. And still, a lot of people don't seem to understand that women scream too. It seems to be new for people. I've been listening to female-fronted kind of vocal fry screaming artists since 2014, 2015. So it's not like a new topic to me, but a lot of people are just like, whoa, is that her? For me, I was just like, yep, there it is, she's screaming. Thought so. So I don't know, either way, the music was amazing, sounds great, so we're just gonna get into it here. Jinjer Prologue, and of course we're gonna add Captain Clock on that as well, because I'm sure this is just an introduction. It is almost 3 minutes long, so it could be its own song, but I'm pretty sure this is the introduction. I don't know. Other way, we're doing both. Potentially. I mean, you already know that because you clicked on the thing. I don't yet. But I'm just assuming it is. I have no idea. I know nothing about Jinjer besides that one song. Besides the fact that her name's Tatiana. That's all I know. So I don't really know much about this group at all. Besides the fact that Tatiana's a badass. So I'm excited. But I mean, just the name Captain Clock makes me think of Captain Hook and the clock and the alligator, or I think it's an alligator. That's what it makes me think of. We'll see if I'm right or not. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna jump into Prologue, and then we have a lyric video that I think it's Napalm Records did, which should be pretty good because they did one for Adrenalize by In This Moment, which is the only way I listen to that song because the video's scary and has that very longish introduction of just her making sad moaning sounds. Anyways, so I'm sure it'll be good. So we're just gonna jump right into both of those. Let's start here. Jinjer Prologue and Captain Clock. Ready to write shit down. Let's fucking go. Wow me, baby. Wow me right out the gate. Let's just have a good opening here. Not bad here. Excuse me really fast. The reason why I was over here is because I was trying to get the lyrics up here. Because I realized I did not have. Well, I didn't know there would be lyrics in the prologue. So I was banking on the fact that I wouldn't need them because the other video was a lyric video. And I was wrong. I did catch parts of that. Great start. Like, pretty shit. Felt inspired from different things. I'll explain that more here in a second, but there's this beautiful fluid. If there's a Lord out there, he's just a guest under this dome of ignorance. A boat is called Apocalypse. Who's in front of us? We cut them deep, yet untold, still unheard. We cherished lives to the underworld. Huh. King of everything, yeah. Huh. Okay, so I feeling that has something to do with that. Like, at first I just thought King of Everything was just this picture. I just seen this picture here before me that you were watching the whole time. I thought it was just the picture in the industrial like background, or just the chair, the picture of the chair in the industrial background, and whatnot. I did not notice that there was a rat. The first time I ever looked at this, for whatever reason, did not notice there was a rat there until today. When I was looking at it today. Is the rat supposed to be the king of everything? Is the rat the king? It's kind of what these lyrics in here kind of make me think of, because it does seem like, I mean, just from Pisces to this, does seem like they take those two songs. They've taken animals and or creatures that usually aren't revered in any high regards. Rats are generally hated. I like rats. I like mice and rats. I think they're fucking adorable, and I would love to have them as potentially as pets. But obviously, if they're just running around your house or whatnot, it's usually not a good scene. Anyways, but that and like fish that just their sole purpose is sustenance. Like, we don't see them as anything else, and kind of being like looking at them in a different light is just kind of what I've been getting for the first two songs here. Is trying to not look down on certain creatures of nature like we do, like we're above them or whatever. Kind of with the like the rat owns this place. If there's any actual lord residents of the place, they're just a guest kind of thing. I don't know. Just what I'm gauging off of that. First off, right out the gate here, this bass sounded like they were either slapping that bass or was some kind of like acoustic sound, or they had some effect on it that was just fucking bitchin'. First off, so let's see if we can find those notes that were just rubbing me the right way. Okay, right out the gate. Yeah, it just kind of has this almost yeah, just that raw kind of string bass sound is just nice. Not sure what they're doing to create that effect, but I love it. Keep doing it. Also, apologies, my throat is on its last limb here. I wanted to get through all of Imaginary, which I did, and through like the first songs of both Camelot and Jinjer album here. I might have a hard time getting through Captain Clock, but we'll find out if I can do it or not. Yeah, beautiful sound there. I love that. Very low and rumbling, just gorgeous. Also, when she starts, at a certain point when she's singing, she kind of has this kind of almost Annette style, double singing going on. She's definitely harmonizing with herself, which I also believe I heard her do during the live session, which was edited, by the way. It wasn't 100% live because you can definitely hear two of her voice at one point. She's definitely it was definitely treated after the live session. However, it is still a good portion of it is live. But I digress. But yeah, just kind of that beautiful, her singing with herself had this really cool effect to it. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, let's just get this out here in the open, right out the gate. Tatiana has an amazing voice. She just has this beautiful, very well supported tone when she sings. She can get low. I mean, she can get pretty low. My guess is that she probably smokes, but I'm not 100% positive. I don't know. Or has smoked to try to lower her vocal cords or something. I don't know. She gets really low with it. Anyways. But she also can just brings this a whole lot of power. She just seems to always have this air of just control and power to her voice that she can just unleash when she wants. It's almost like this confidence without arrogance to it, and it's impressive to hear. It truly is just impressive to hear her sing. Just wanting to get that out the gate right out there. It's just great tone quality and just everything, just wonderful. I know this is obviously a studio version, but it seems even live you just can't stop her with how good she is at singing. It's pretty impressive. I don't know where this group has been all my life because they've been out for over 5 years, but I'm glad I found out about them last year, or I think it was last year. Pretty sure. I don't know. Anyways, continuing. I want to hear this double sing. Now she's definitely got some extra effects on her voice, which is kind of giving her this a little bit of, not necessarily an echo, but just kind of this just extra sound quality to her voice, which is pretty cool. Maybe it was just that I feel like there's parts in there where I can hear two voices, but I thought it was through the whole thing, and I don't think it is. Anyways, beautiful, whatever it is, wonderful. This chorus here, just all it says is "King of Everything," which is, I think, really cool way to introduce. Like, it's the prologue, and it's talking about King of Everything and describing very few words here what this is all about, and I just think that it's a really cool way to introduce the album before going into the album. I think that's pretty fucking cool. But this chorus, first off, the notes are just really cool. The way she delivers the line is really cool. It's like, has this really just almost, to me, my first thought was Egyptian, almost kind of this like very either like Egyptian or Middle Eastern kind of feel to it. It's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating, and I love it. It's so pretty. It sounds so good. And also, I put on the end here, but this just for both times to the chorus. Just also kind of, I don't know if this was inspired by. I have no idea who Tatiana may have been inspired by. for her writing and whatnot, but it sounds very like Korn like something I would hear from Jonathan Davis. It really is giving me a take a look in the mirror kind of album feel to it, and that's also really fucking awesome. Yeah, and we're just gonna end out this course, and that's pretty much it for the prologue here. Doubling there, just I also like that that mix of kind of a slow down vibrato that almost sounds like a trill. Yeah. Just fucking clean right here. That's what this is. That's great. Let's jump into Captain Clock here, shall we? Alright, we're back in it. Captain Clock time. I'm gonna need to swap the page. As you can see. Oh. I wonder how long it's gonna take. How many people I'm gonna go through before I run out. This thing's gonna be filled of just random gibberish that won't make any sense to anyone besides potentially myself. Maybe it won't even make sense to myself. Anyways, I think this will give us something to view besides just the still portrait, as well as give me the lyrics. So I don't even need to have this open anymore. Close, bitch. Alright, Captain Clock. Let's fucking go. The prologue was amazing. I have a feeling that Jinjer's just gonna wow me the whole way through. Fingers crossed. Let's go.
Keeps on the rain, his mustache, counts
markers. I was like, what? Sorry. Still have that cough thing. And as I mentioned, my throat's like giving out on me because this is like, how many hours? Like 4 or 5. And only like 5 songs, interesting enough. Well, no, technically 4 on top of that. So 7 songs, so still, it's long. Whew. That wasn't what I expected. So, the prologue sounded a lot like Pisces. So I figured that was their style. Not what I had. Not what I had come to expect from the 2 songs I've heard. That was not what I expected. And the lyrics were going by so fucking fast, I had to open the lyrics back up. So I could actually understand what the fuck was being said here. Huh. Wow. That was not what I expected. There's 2 bands that kind of came to mind, and I'll kind of explain them here as we go along. But the 2 bands that came to mind during that song was the beginning mostly Slipknot and Arch Enemy. And we'll explain that in a second. Not what I thought I was going to get. But you know, I was digging it. I'm not. I like me some metal. I'm more of a kind of a symphonic, more orchestral, kind of beautiful sounding metal person in general. But do not get me wrong, I like to get my metal on. I love me some Slipknot, Cradle of Filth. I can think of some others. Korn, which is more new metal. God, it's been a little bit. I love Kalma, Children of Bodom, Lamb of God. Like, I love me some metal. I love me some deep, intense metal. I'm not usually the biggest fan of, I believe, because back in the day, Metallica was considered thrash metal. And I feel like what thrash metal started as is not what thrash metal is considered now. I'm not a huge fan of the pumping, crazy noise kind of metal. To where it's just literally the instruments don't stop, just a bunch of fucking noise and just a screaming, just fucking going all these words. Like, that's not really me. That's not really my style. That fucked my throat up. Just realized that afterwards. Ow. That's not really my style, and I was getting a bit of that at the beginning here. A little bit, but then she switched it up. She started playing with it. Stuff started changing, and it swung me in the right direction. I was liking it from the beginning. Do not get me wrong, but it definitely surprised me. It did. Was not ready for that. But yeah, huh. Let's see if we can go through this here as quickly and succinctly as we can, because this is a 2-parter, and I do not want it to be an hour long. I never do. It just kind of happens, guys. I'm sorry. So yeah, this is a crazy metal guitar opener here. Sounded a lot like Slipknot, and it was heavier than I expected. And also, once the verse started, I was like, I'm having a sinking feeling that this is not about Captain Hook. It's getting more of like a boss man, stick it to the man kind of government kind of feel to it. Not necessarily Captain Hook from Peter Pan. As unfortunate as that is. But I'm sure some connection could be made. So yeah, let's listen to this fucking crazy ass heavy opening here that just reminded me of like a crazy heavy Slipknot song. And then around 45 seconds it switches. But let's listen to the beginning here. Ah, I'm here. Okay, let's listen. Kind of getting almost like people equal shit, that Slipknot song. Kind of getting like a that feel from it. Just kind of the just this kind of the just everything's just going, you know, just and just a lot of noise happening. I like that song, by the way. Not saying noise is a bad thing, but it is just kind of a lot of sound. You can't really necessarily hear the notes or chords. It's just kind of to create that effect more than to be like kind of musical and or tonal, which in its own right is a musical thing. I'm not saying that's not music or anything. It's just it's more the effect of having sound just to have sound, in a sense. I don't know. Just kind of the thought process I'm getting. I do like that kind of sound that they're having on the guitar there. That kind of extra held, kind of the only really thing that you can really make out that's actually an effect that's happening and stuff, which is pretty cool. I like that. I guess could just be the imagery, but I guess you could almost say it's kind of almost like a mechanical kind of effect, like sound effect that they're going for here. It's kind of cool. I like that. Let's listen for those lyrics that just come out here. Yeah, this is very again, the rhythmicness of it makes just kind of thinking of like a clock, like some kind of machinery just just kind of working away. You know what I mean? I like that effect here. And about a few seconds here, it's about to switch, and that's when, to me, it kind of her the way she's kind of singing this / using her vocal fry singing. It really reminds me of Angela. I believe her name was Angela, from Arch Enemy before Elisa took over. It really reminds me of her. It sounds very similar to her, kind of the way she would sing in her screaming style, which is cool. I really like Arch Enemy. So, that's another metal band that I listen to. Put that one on the list. But yeah, no, just yeah, it switches kind of over to just a really Arch Enemy feel. Yeah, I don't know, it just kind of gives me a very Angela kind of feel to it. I don't know. Anyways, I also feel like I've heard that kind of voice before from some kind of other thing, but I just kind of like that switch it has there a little bit. I like that it switches it up, and it's not all just kind of just scream for the sake of screaming kind of thing. I like the differentiation. That's hard to say. Differentiation between the. That's actually a word. Between the two styles that we got on here, and then even switches it up later. Anyway, moving onwards here. It's an interesting effect. I don't know what that effect was supposed to be. Oh, mute. The interesting mute effect. Yeah, it kind of sounds like they've muted her a little bit. When she goes to that voice, it kind of almost sounds like she's a little bit farther away from you or something, and then kind of here it just kind of jumps up a little bit more. Anyways, moving on to round 230 here. We'll go around 215 to 13ish just to be. So we got this ta 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 kind of rhythm going on here. I don't remember where. I assume guitar. Not 100% sure. Could have been in vocal line. Not sure. But we're going to try to find it here because I really liked that. By the way, I don't want to say typical metal, but definitely this style of music can be pretty hard to perform because there's a lot of just kind of fast picking, a lot of just very fast rhythms, as well as those little interludes like that just usually either has a lot of just fast finger work or just sweep picking in general. So it definitely takes some skill, some real skill and talent to actually be able to perform some of this music, for sure. Not all of it. Some of it's just you're just strumming stuff, but some of it can be very technical and very difficult to do. So her band is doing a fantastic job. Don't want to discredit them because I haven't brought them up really at all, but they're doing a fantastic job. It does sound it sounds like metal, and it definitely sounds like they are doing some pretty technical stuff in there. So that's really cool. Moving on. Da, 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 da. I think both her and the instruments are sharing this kind of. I like the short, long kind of effect that's going on here. It sounds really cool. Yeah, I like that da 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 kind of that short, long kind of effect on there. It's a really nice breakup of the rhythm there. That I thought was really nice. Around 3 minutes, I assume I'm going to know what this means. I said soft drop plus whisper. She did something like that, I assume. Otherwise, I don't think I would have written it. As this is the reason why I write these down, because I will tend to forget by the time I get to the end of the song. So I'll write stuff down that's just like, sounds familiar. I don't exactly know what I was saying. Oh, right, yeah. I like that kind of sudden drop off too. This kind of soft guitar work here. It's really nice. Yeah, it's like we've almost slowed down a little bit, and to make that contrast even harder from where we came from, she's now like kind of slowly whispering this stuff out too. This is a really nice effect created here by totally kind of switching the direction that the song was going for a second, but I think it goes right back. Ooh, that fucking double bass pedal there, like, nice, very nice. I love this rhythm here. I think I actually put on 320, the rhythm and the notes. Like, again, I think she did. I'm actually going to close this again because I don't think we're going to focus too much on the lyrics here because I won't be able to suss out what she's trying to say. Anyways, I think I get the gist of it, but I'm not 100% positive. Not important. Excuse me. But yeah, no, again, she's within short-ish amount of time, within 3 minutes, I feel like 4 or 5 times. I have no idea if I just blinked in or out there. I think I did. Like 4 or 5 times, she switched up the way she's been singing it, like multiple times, like keeping it fresh, not keeping it just the same rushing aggression throughout the entire song, pushing and pulling to different types of singing methods here. Just wonderful. really keeping me on my toes here, and I love it. But yeah, this rhythm that she's got going on here after it kicks back in, and the notes that she sings, oh, it's gorgeous. Nice held note there going through those syllables. I like how she's being more free with the rhythm, just playing with it, kind of pushing back and forth, while all the instrumentation, especially thanks to the drum, just keeping that perfect rhythmic double kick pedal, just perfectly. Like it's weird. It's weird that seems like so fast because of the kick drum. But her herself is just kind of slowing and pushing and pulling the rhythm as she sees fit, while that perfect machine-like rhythm is going in the background. Like that's a wonderful effect that she's got going on there, and it's really fun when you can have a singer just kind of everything kind of makes sense. Like, you know, everything's metered out like pretty consistently from line to line to line, but then when we get to this point, she's just playing with it, holding some notes out, making them shorter within the span of every other word, sometimes just having fun with it, just playing with it to get a message across. That's just good shit. That's just good shit right there. That's what I like to call on the channel good writing. 3:45. Yeah, the one thing I do have to say though, the one critique I have here, only one, by the way, which is a good start to now when I only have one critique to put out here. I do think the way she said something here is, to me, it felt a little weak. Like, only slightly, but it felt a little weak here around 3:45. So I'm just going to let it play out. Something about the wind. I can't read the first word I put down here. I don't know. Something about the wind. Just felt slightly weak, but the second time she goes through it, the notes were really fucking cool and pretty. Okay, let's see if we can find it here. I kind of like this, even that, like, she's kind of like passionately singing that too. Like, I like the stress she's putting on some syllables, and kind of that extra grit she's adding to her voice is a really nice touch there. It sounds really cool. Yeah, that just I don't know, that any wind can blow. Any wind, that's why I put any wind. I thought it was cry wind. I was like, I don't remember that. It's because I did it. Any wind. I don't know. Like, the notes were pretty cool. It's just, I don't know, I feel like the way it was delivered just didn't feel as strong as everything that was leading up before that. It just didn't feel super strong. But then when she starts repeating it, it actually it gets pretty good. But it seems a little weak to me. That just the way she delivers that whole line again, anyone can blow. The second time she goes through it, amazing. The first time it just felt just a slightly weak to me, not like enough to ruin the flow, the energy, or anything like that. It just didn't feel like it landed as well for me as it could have. I don't know. It just felt a little silly, a little just I don't know, just a little weird for me. But recovered immediately with the amazing way she's singing that other one. And the last thing I have here, might as well run it out here, is that grandfather clock sound. Like, not just your standard clock, but like one damn big motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Yeah, Beautiful addition at the end here. Sound great. Wonderful way she's singing this. I think it might be a clock tower in general, but yeah, I can see grandfather clock in this sound. But yeah, just God, just going back, if we may, to Tatiana being a fucking beast here. Like, it almost sounds like she's got a little bit of jazziness on here with some of these notes. Dun, just kind of like this almost like sassy jazziness to it. Like, fucking Tatiana. And that clock sound striking right with the guitars. I love that clock sound being right on the downbeat with the guitar fucking chords. Genius. Fantastic. That right there is what you call good writing. Just God, the way she just kept switching stuff up on me, just adding these nice little touches. That was fantastic. That's a great way to start this album. For sure. I'm really looking forward. Actually, now, after listening to the first two songs, the introduction and the first song on both these albums, Soul Florin and King of Everything, I'm very excited actually to get into these two albums. They seem like they're gonna be awesome. Like I seem like I'm gonna be pretty impressed with both of them. And I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about either of them for various reasons, for differing reasons really. But it's just because I've never listened to Jinjer before. I don't know if Pisces was just a misnomer, like. It was just like a hit out of nowhere, and the other ones were like, what is this? Kind of like Rage Against the Machine a little bit. Like, their hits are just like, oh yeah, these all make sense to me. They all kind of have the same general filter. And then you listen to some of the random songs, it's like, is this the same band? It's just kind of, what the fuck? This is weird. This is random as fuck. I didn't know if it was going to be similar, but I mean, first off, it was different. It was not what I expected, but it was good. It was really good. I was a little afraid it wasn't going to be at the beginning because it just all felt like very thrash death metal. But then she switched it up and just made it gorgeous. Both sound and musically. Just gorgeous. So, I'm excited. I am happy. Can't wait to listen to her live. We will. I know Captain Clock has a live version. 2019, I believe it was. We will be listening to that. Don't believe you me. We will come back to it. We will be listening to it. And I can't wait to get there. But before then, we got to get to some more of these album studio versions. So, make sure you come back and join me because that just makes sense, right? Let me know how you feel about my opinions in the bottom comments below. And I will see you in the next song.